episode of E-Weekly, your home for campus news. This week we have news, we have some news, and we have news. News, and we have news and news. Thanks for joining us. This is news.
Hello.
I'm Sarah Podaracki. Welcome back to another episode of E-Weekly.
I'm Nina Maria Badalamenti, and as we have now entered the month of December, we must accept two things: the end of our season here on E-Weekly and the end of our GPA's lives.
Finals are creeping up on us next week, and we have nothing left to do but cry. And maybe study, I guess.
Personally, I have found crying helps me far more than studying, so you know where to find me over the weekend. Regardless, we have a job to do today, and that's the news. Take her away, Nina.
As of Monday, December 3rd, Starbucks has been closed down for the rest of the semester as the local geese have taken the coffee shop over. Looks like basic white girls aren't the only ones who are obsessed with pumpkin spice lattes. Starbucks has sent out a release giving their sincerest apologies to the student body, stating, "We are deeply sorry we have closed down, but these geese are scary." These violent creatures have been notorious for claiming parts of campus as their own. This grinding situation has students steamed. One student, Kara Melfrapp, and her friends have started the protest against the closing of the campus Starbucks. She claims that it is a disservice to the student body that cannot function without its lattes. As the geese continue to terrorize students and inhabit the coffee shop, the university is working on a plan to defuse the issue.
Well, Eagles, you voted and your wish is coming true. In the online vote last winter, EMU administration will start construction on a new bubble right here on main campus to match the one by the Convocation Center. Earlier this year, many students expressed concerns that the bubble was too far from campus. They said that they would like to keep an eye on it, especially after last year's unfortunate popping incident. The EMU Board of Regents recently met up to discuss the proposal and promptly issued a statement. The bubble could not be moved, as it would be far too dangerous. They offered a compromise to keep the bubble by the Convo, but also to build a new one on main campus. Since we already have the Rec IM and Bowen Fieldhouse, this bubble is only for admiration. At this same meeting, officials finally decided that there is just way too much parking on campus. As a result, the main campus bubble will be finding its home where the parking structure is now as early as spring 2018.
In recent news, an EMU student is attempting to sue the university for its poor internet connection. Sophomore Drag Lingerloiter blames EMU for not being able to turn in his final exam because of the insecure connection, which led him to failing his class. Lingerloiter is taking the university to court and demands compensation for the class as well as for the stress it has caused him. When the university responded, saying that it was his responsibility to turn in the exam and should have done it sooner to ensure so, he responded saying, "We're college students. Everyone knows we don't do anything until the last minute." Lingerloiter says he will continue to fight the university until the university takes him seriously. Unfortunately, the judge dismissed the case as a result of Lingerloiter not turning in the documentation on time. For more information on lawsuits like this, visit ridiculouslawsuits.org.
Student body president Miles Payne had a big announcement to make yesterday. With all the stress of finals weighing down on him, he has decided to step down for the remainder of the semester. In his place is a familiar face. ETV and E-Weekly covered the event.
So, I came into this job and I really thought it was going to be, this great experience and I could do this and I could do that and I could do this, but it's hard. It's hard, man. Like, I'm a student. That's all I want at the end of the day. I just want to graduate. I just want to do my papers, go to classes, and graduate. Is that so much to ask? I was going through my mind. I was mulling over who is the one person that could really take on this role. I was thinking of, Walter. I was thinking of Larry. I'm thinking of all these different people. But the one person that I know could really take this job, Sarah. Sarah could do it. I believe in her. I'm going to bring her in here. I'm pretty sure she's got what it takes. See, I don't want to completely lose this job, though. I'm coming back in January. The students need me. I just need to study and do classes for the last 2 weeks. And I have full confidence that Sarah will do such an amazing job that I'll come back and this place will just be spick and span, the best it's ever been. And you know, we can really take off from there. We can really hit the ground running come January.
Hear ye! Hear ye? I'm the captain now.
Did she just rip up the bylaws? Can you rip up the bylaws?
You can't just rip up the bylaws!
Okay, what business matters could I help you with?
We have ripped up the bylaws and we need to restart.
Okay, that was probably a poor choice.
Actually, if you don't have bylaws, then you can't be recognized as a student organization.
Right,
If you have no constitution. So you've actually, in essence, dissolved student government.
See ya!
Am I running this whole university by myself?
That's not how that works. I'm sorry.
Okay. How to write bylaws with pictures. Okay. Do we have a nondescript man with blonde hair? The cameraman? Do you know how to write bylaws? It's over for us.
Did you steal my name tag?
This is, I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
my name tag.
This is my name tag.
What have you done to my office? Have you done anything to my office?
Not at all.
No, what have you...
I've actually done
What is
nothing.
this?
What? It's coffee.
Why is this open?
Right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah.
So I've heard a good buddy of mine, Miles Payne, has, I guess, for some reason gone against the bylaws and brought up this person to take control of the whole student body.
Excuse me, citizens of EMU! I am your president.
I'm shook. I really don't understand why. I mean, like, we ran a campaign together. Like, look at this, man. Payne, Bourne, continue the fight. Guess it don't matter anymore, huh? Now we got this, I don't even know, Sarah Rocky coming in to take over the student body. I don't know. I mean, but like, look at this. Continue the fight again. Don't let your dreams go. Make student government live again. That was us. Now it's not us anymore. I guarantee this place is about to go down in 2 weeks when she gets in the office. Shoot, what's a vice president for anyway? I guess they don't want me here in this office, I guess, so. Miles Payne, it's over. It's over, bro. It's over.
Sarah Poderacki, out. Worry not, Eagles. Miles and Larry have since rekindled their friendship, and all is well. Now, as president of the student body, my first order is for all of you to follow ETV at EMU on YouTube. Have you done it yet? Okay, good. Now my second action will be sending us to a commercial.
Welcome back to eWeekly. I'm so glad you've decided to watch us right now instead of studying. We are in the process of covering a breaking story from over the break. Sarah?
This just in, we are receiving reports that university administration has struck a deal with the rogue geese who are inhabiting the Student Center Starbucks. It appears the issue stemmed from goose frustration over the measures used to ban them from campus. Did you really expect those cardboard dogs to work? The goose body president asked during the negotiations. The geese went on to say the Starbucks takeover was merely a way of giving Eastern a taste of its own medicine. They made one simple demand: make Eastern a more inviting place for geese. Apparently, the first step in that plan is to install water slides on the pond. Not just any water slides, however. With a proposed name of the Unity Slides, the parties have agreed that one regular-sized water slide will be built next to another matching goose-sized water slide. In the words of an anonymous EMU administrator, Nothing says friendship quite like holding hands down a water slide.
On Thursday, November 30th, EMU student Jeff Jeffries was saved from being hit by an oncoming vehicle by a Good Samaritan. Jeffries was walking across Cross Street on his way to class, safely making it to the other side. For no apparent reason, he decided to walk back and cross once again, this time nearly getting hit by a car, driving slightly under the speed limit. Thanks to bystander Evan Evans, who saw Jeffries, Jeffries was not struck by the car. Witnesses of the incident heard Jeffries yelling at Evans, expressing his discontent and frustration as if he did not want to be saved. When questioned about the matter, Jeffries very clearly stated that this was definitely not an attempt to get his tuition paid. Still to come, Evan Hensley has some sports talk, and Alicia Lewis has the lowdown on what's going on this weekend. As for now, we'll throw it over to Thomas Kruick with the origins of New Year's. Thomas?
Thank you, Nina. Wow, it's hard to believe that it's been a whole semester already. With all the winter holidays coming up, I wanted to talk about something all of us have in common here at EMU, New Year's. 2018 is almost upon us, and that makes it only 436 years since January 1st has been celebrated as New Year's. Before this, the Roman calendar had only 10 months and 304 days. Eventually, the sun fell out of sync with the calendar, and Julius Caesar decided he was going to fix that, giving us what we now know as our standard calendar year. New Year's is celebrated in many different ways, but most of them relate to the ideas of bringing money, luck, and health into the next year. There's also the tradition of making New Year's resolutions, which I've never been good at. This tradition is thought to have been started by the Babylonians, who made these resolutions as promises to the gods. Things such as paying off debts and returning farm equipment were common back then. Nowadays, you'll see more resolutions like saving money, being healthy, and getting organized. Another common tradition here in the United States is the dropping of the ball in Times Square. This tradition has taken place every year since 1907, and the ball itself has gone from 700 pounds to 12,000. Towns all across America have their own versions of dropping the ball, such as Pickles in Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, and Possums in Tallapoosa, Georgia. My New Year's resolutions for the 6th year in the row is to do my homework before the due date. That's all from me in 2017. Evan Hensley will be up with a few last-minute updates on EMU sports. I'm Thomas Kruick. Have a happy holidays and see you in 2018.
Eastern Michigan University, a great place to obtain a quality education. But let's talk about something at Eastern that isn't so great. Parking. This is the driving detective Carly Angot, and I'm here to give you the scoop on all things parking at EMU.
Eastern Michigan University is the #1 commuting campus in all of Michigan. It has over 15,000 parking spots. Roughly. Actually, I don't know. We never did the research. But anyways, there are more people going to Eastern than there are parking spots. How do you two feel about parking on campus?
I park on campus all the time. It sucks. I mean, honestly, like, if you're trying to find a close spot, good luck. But like, if you're okay with parking in a green lot or whatever, like, you'll find a spot, but it's gonna be in the way back.
How do you feel about parking on campus?
Parking sucks, and it's really hard to find a parking spot that's close to the doors.
It was awful. I hated it.
It's kind of like a hit or miss. It's like a game.
Oh, do you guys live out here?
Guys, come on. Well, while those two guys don't really struggle with parking, here's one student who does. We got a chance to sit down and talk with him.
I am a resident. I live in Brown Munson, so I park in the parking structure. And parking sucks. Parking is horrible on this campus. They, for one, don't have enough parking spots for all the students. They care more about commuters and faculty parking than students.
I have a parking pass that's given to me for free, so I'm okay with it, but it's hard to find a spot sometimes.
I spent $150 on a hang tag, and I'm not even guaranteed to have a parking spot, ever. Because for Brown Munson, if you buy a hang tag, your hang tag only works in the parking structure. So that means if the parking structure's full, I have to go to a pay lot, because if I go to the other resident lots, I'll get a ticket.
Meters is my go-to place to give tickets because people pay for them only for a little bit and then leave the car there for a long time. I enjoy it. I feel like if there wasn't parking on campus, then it would be chaos, so I feel like we keep the peace.
We asked our interviewees to describe parking in 3 words or less, or more.
It's a zoo. Or a accident waiting to happen.
5 words, but I'll take it.
Irritating and stressful.
It's terrible.
I don't worry about it anymore.
Unorganized.
Pretty damn.
Too expensive.
Very overpriced.
The parking structure is the parking structure that they use for any events going on in Bowen. So this time of year, the youth sports leagues in the metro Ann Arbor area like to have their conference finals and stuff at Bowen Fieldhouse. And so they sell parking spots to the parents and stuff who pull in. So they're selling the parking spot that I paid $150 for every weekend for $5. And that's fucked up.
Up indeed. Parking is like Brexit. Just a huge disappointment. Parking is like Coachella. Overcrowded, overpriced, and stinks. Parking is like North Korea. Sometimes it's scary. Parking is like that little bit of liquid that comes out of a ketchup bottle when you first open it. Just straight up gross. But although parking does have its moments, the reason we're all driving here in the first place is to get a good education. This is Driving Detective Carly Anderman, signing off.
I'll be right back, I told myself. I'm just going to grab a quick drink. 2 minutes later, and everything was gone. My backpack, my laptop, my cell phone, my iPod. 2 minutes was all it took. I was lucky. The thief was eventually caught, and I got it all back. But now that I had that happen to me, I realized that anything valuable has to be treated like cash. I'll never leave it out of my sight again. My name is Heather, and I'm trying to be safe.
Welcome back. I'm pretty sure this is Eagle Sports, and I'm pretty sure I'm Evan Hensley. Now that the regular season is over in college football, it's time to look forward to the bowl season, and the Eastern Michigan football team is excited for their bowl matchup this year. The team will take their usually annual trip to Revel and Roll in Ann Arbor over winter break. After a 29-game bowlless streak was ended last year, the team is excited to get their tradition back and rolling. The football squad breaks into 4 teams: the specialists, coaches, offense, and the defense. In the all-time series, the specialists lead the way with 15 wins, mostly because they have so much downtime and just practice their bowling skills in the meantime. Sergio Bailey is looking forward to this winter break after spending last year being forced to go down to the Bahamas. He said that this tradition of losing is the reason he came to Eastern over schools like Alabama. On to the holiday season, breaking news has come out of the Eastern Michigan locker room. Starting quarterback Brogan Roback doesn't believe in Santa Claus. The fact that Roback doesn't believe in Santa is quite surprising, considering his blind faith in his accuracy. Roback said, "All I wanted for Christmas last year was Shaq Van to improve in his game from last season." Well, you know how that went. Roback is the all-time touchdown thrower in the history of Eastern Michigan. Unfortunately, when you throw 15 interceptions in a season and only go to a bowl game in 3 years as a starter, it would take some kind of Christmas miracle to be considered an all-time greatest quarterback. But what do I know? Charlie Batch thinks he's an NFL-level quarterback. If I was Santa, I would give Broback as many calls this year as interceptions he had in his career. That's 38, by the way. Another big story in Eastern Michigan athletics is about the men's basketball team. Administrators have been pushing to utilize Ryan more often. Similar to the NHL's Winter Classic, every year for the next 5 years, the men's basketball team will play a game out in the court laid over the football field. The key to this it will be in January, not April, and weather could be a factor, seeing as how it's Michigan though. It's December and it's 60 degrees out, so who knows? Officials have come out and suggested against it, but athletic offices are saying that the game will be played rain or snow. Due to the possibility of the snow, Adidas has sponsored and created a new shoe called the Snow Eagle, which will allow the team to handle tough conditions out on the court. In basketball news, James Thompson has already fouled out of this weekend's game against Central State. NCAA officials have been following him around, making sure that he stays in his lane. The officials have been calling all sorts of fouls on Thompson, including a personal foul for showing up too late to class, an intentional foul for leaving the toilet seat up, and another personal foul for not using his turn signal when changing lanes. After the lane change infraction, Thompson was teed up for a road rage in the disagreement on the call. Rob Murphy was asked about the star big man already fouling out of this Saturday's game, but we can't use that audio because it's only expletives. That's it for Eagle Sports for the year of 2017. I'm Evan Hensley, and you'll see me in 2018, whether it's on the sideliners or whether it's still here on Eat Weekly. I can't wait to see you guys again.
Are you an EMU student interested in getting a first-hand experience working at a radio station? Well, say no more. EMU offers a class through Eagle Radio that will thoroughly prepare you for a real-life experience. But first, you have to register for the class. Pick a date and a time slot. Then the world is yours. Eagle Radio allows you to be fully independent and customize your own show. Have real conversations about the news, celebrity gossip, update listeners about the weather, play a trivia game. It's your show. You're free to name your show whatever you want and play any edited music of your choice. If you love having heated debates and you feel your words need to be heard, then Eagle Radio is just for you.
Welcome back to E-Weekly. We're wrapping up November as well as wrapping up the show. Alicia Lewis is here with Eagle Encounters.
Welcome to Eagle Encounters, and I have what's definitely happening around campus this weekend. Starting off on Thursday will be the EMU's first ever school-organized Thirsty Thursdays. That's right, students will be all stressing over finals and trying to cram any last-minute studying into their final hours of the semester. Head over to the student centers where student government will be handing out gallons of coffee to EMU students. Just bring your eMish ID and get your free gallon. On Friday is Feel Good Fridays with felines. Have a chance to relax with a bunch of cats, as this event will surely put you to ease. FGFF is going to be held in all of the alleyways around Ypsilanti. Wherever there's a cat, there will be students. Also on Friday is the Friday night into Saturday morning movie marathon. This marathon will be showing the Die Hard series in Horror of Christmas. The viewing will start on Friday at 8 p.m. and end on Saturday at 6:09 in the morning. On Saturday, there's an event at the Student Center operated by the EMU Athletics. They encourage students to come to the Convocational Center and hand them $15. Nothing will happen afterwards, but at least athletics has our money, right? EMU basketball plays Central State at the Convocational Center at 2 p.m. Make sure to support your basketball team as they look to continue their hot start. Go Eagles. Sunday is the day of the Lord, also the day of rest. So don't use his name in vain. When it's 8 o'clock Sunday night and you haven't studied an ounce of information for your final at 9:30 a.m. the next day. Eagles, keep on keeping on. We're basically done with the semester. Just finish strong and be sure to rest up over the break. My time is up. Thank you for yours. Until next time, I'm Alicia Lewis.
Thank you, Alicia. In all seriousness, it's been a very eventful semester, which is why it went by so quickly. I'm excited to continue anchoring here on E-Weekly next semester. We'll have the same lineup for you guys.
However, with graduation coming up, we do have to say goodbye to a few ETV members. Michael Kermy signed off for the last time on Sideliners yesterday, and we'll be saying goodbye to Alex Zalgut, the multi-talented asset for ETV and EVA. Also, Samantha Henning. Sam has dedicated to ETV for a few semesters and has been willing to try plenty of new positions along the way. We're sorry to see them go, but we're excited to see what the future holds for them.
Thank you both for your efforts. We'll all miss you a lot. Speaking of being missed, I have a feeling you'll miss seeing us every week. Over the break, you can watch all of these episodes on demand at ETV at EMU. Be sure to follow us on all social media.
That's all we have for this semester. We'll catch you in 2018. I'm Sarah Poderacki.
And I'm Nina Maria Badalamenti. Have a nice break.
cyber world, the number of passwords you have to remember can be overwhelming. While it may be tempting to reuse the same passwords or store them in a not-so-safe place, in doing so, you're putting your online accounts in danger. The Eagle security package includes LastPass, an encrypted online password vault that contains your usernames, passwords, and other personal information in one location. LastPass secures your login credentials using one master password, the last password you'll have to remember. Not only does LastPass store your login credentials, but it can automatically fill them in when you're logging into trusted websites. LastPass can also aid in the creation of strong, unique passwords and secure sensitive data such as addresses, credit cards, and personal notes. Since LastPass is encrypted and protected in the cloud, it's accessible wherever you are through the LastPass website, a web browser extension, or the mobile app. LastPass makes password security easy. For more information about LastPass, visit tiny.emich.edu/LastPass.
Fight for all the EMU and victory! Fight!